Okay, here's the second part of this lesson. It's on finding the multiples of a fraction. So again, a multiple, so the reminder, this is something from before with whole numbers that should be really easy, but the product of a number and a counting number is the multiple of the number. So a counting number is anything we count with starting with 1, so 1 until you can stop counting. And product, remember, means to multiply. So I am multiplying a number. Let's say our number is 4. I'm multiplying it by a counting number to get all of the multiples. So 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 5 times 4 is how we set that up. And what we're doing is we're skip counting. So if I listed out the multiples of 4, it would start with 4, 1 times 4. And then it would go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and you would go on until you want to stop. So when we list the multiples, we usually start with 1, the first multiple of the number, and we just multiply it by a counting number. So if we're doing that with fractions, we see the same thing. So instead of saying 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, we're going to be saying 1 times 1/4, 2 times 1/4, 3 times 1/4. So listing out the fractions, you're just going to see 1 times 1/4 will be 1/4. If I have 2 times, so 2 times 1/4, how many 1/4 pieces do I have? I have 2 of them, so it's going to be 2/4. If I have another one, so now I have 3 times, that I'm showing 1/4, so 3 times 1/4 will be 3/4 because I have 3 of them. 4 times 1/4. When you have multiplication, you're just saying how many times are you showing something or how many times are you representing it. So I'm representing 1/4 4 times. So 4 times 1/4 is going to be 4 4/4, 4 1/4 pieces. And that's one whole, you should know. 5, if I did this again, so 5 times 1/4 would be 5/4. So we are going beyond one whole. And if I wanted to keep going and just keep listing the multiples more and more, if I had 6 times 1/4, you should already see the pattern. What I would get is 6/4. So that's another way that you can think of having the multiples of a fraction. And this also relates to the question right before it, where you're like, if I multiply a whole number times a unit fraction, what am I getting? I'm getting basically that number of those pieces. So 2 1/4 pieces is going to be 2/4. So again, you're going to see some shortcuts really quickly. That's great if you already see them. If not, these are some strategies that you can use to build up to that part.